gets in, another wide open three.
Pierre Cardin.
Defers to Booker for the long range.
Phoenix. Phoenix Suns, and you know we up next. Yeah, we working for that championship ring. We the Valley, it ain't nothing but a thing. Phoenix. Phoenix Suns, and you know we up next. Yeah, we working for that championship ring. We the Valley, it ain't nothing but a thing.
Welcome, everybody, to the Aussie Suns Fans podcast. I am your host, Gavin. And, of course, as usual, we are joined by the two most famous Australians involved with the NBA. Number one, Boyd, how are you doing?
Very good, buddy. How are you?
Always wonderful to see you, mate. Always wonderful to see you. And, of course, Nate. How are you going, Nate?
I feel like I've got imposter syndrome after that introduction.
I was waiting for a fuck you, Boyd, sort of a pun with the whole...
Weird. It's uncomfortable.
Yeah.
I was trying to be nice.
Yeah.
It's like, are you dying? No.
Maybe.
Okay.
I was trying to be
Was that
nice,
too
Boyd.
dark, too fast?
That was a little bit dark, though. And, of course, we have a regular guest on our show, all the way from Phoenix, Arizona. The great, and look, let's be honest, he's probably on our pod more than he's on his own pod, but
100%
the great,
close.
So says Jay from Twitter. Justin, how you going, buddy? Thanks for joining us.
So says Jay from Twitter. That's weird. I'm good, man. How are you?
I got a bit lost. I just started throwing shit out.
Well, it could have been Jay
can we
fanning
point
the
out-
flames, but we don't know when you recorded last.
Right. Hey, you know what, dude? You know what? Like, it's not really hurtful when it's really just true. Like, I'm just saying. But can we point out though? I just want to say this. It seemed very difficult for Gavin to say nice things about us. Can we all notice that, right? That he's like, you disturb. Yeah, come on, man.
Do you want me to start again? I'll start again.
Look,
Welcome to the
We'll
Aussie
cut that
Suns
bit out.
Fans podcast. We've got the greatest piece of shit in Suns fandom, Boyd. Boyd, how you going?
Well, yeah, look, I'm feeling down again, but I feel like I'm in the place I belong. I feel like you've beaten me down in this relationship for so many years, Gavin, that I just feel like I belong on the fucking ground. Low.
Who would have thought it could have gotten darker? It was wow.
It kind of
Yeah,
got really dark from you there, Boyd. Gents, it's our first season.
I'm not going to do the whole thing over again.
No,
Sorry.
I'm just.
No, we'll just cut that bit out.
I can't say bad. I can't say bad things about you other two. It's only Boyd.
Aw.
It's our first episode of season 5. It's the new season, guys. Last season didn't happen. We're off. We're off to the races. Free agency, draft, everything's already happening. Let's just roll straight. Well, before we do that, if you are here, click like, click subscribe, do all that sort of shit. If you are locked on Dubs, we apologize. We're just fans of basketball who like to talk about basketball. Hit like, hit subscribe. But we're into the new season. We're rolling on. Nate, how excited were you that the Phoenix Suns finally drafted some fucking people? Because it feels like about 25 years since we drafted anyone.
Yeah, look, in all the other pods we've done recently about what we wanted, I kept saying I wanted some youth on the roster that we could develop and well selected with potential. Now, forgetting that we said that everyone was saying this is a weak draft class, everyone still got very excited about the random opportunities about where people were falling to and where you could actually pick up some actual talent. So to walk away, even though we only drafted one, to walk away with 3 young talents, and one of which they said should have been drafted and didn't, we still picked them up. I am quite happy with the outcome, even if we didn't get a point guard to develop.
Boyd?
Yeah, look, I was openly hoping for a vanilla type of a Kolek, the point guard move, or something that was a bit more of a sure thing. But I've sold myself on Dunn already, and also fucking Rigodora or Iguodala or Iguodora, or however you say it. I've sold myself on them, and I haven't really looked too much into the two-way in Jalen Bridges, and there's another 2 10-dayers as well. Borrow or Buru or someone like that, and another guy, which I just haven't fucking looked at yet because these are guys who are competing for that. That's one of them 2A spots. But look, I think that the ceiling, this is it's a bit of a gamble on a guy with in the first round, Ryan Dunn, who probably has a limited ceiling offensively at the moment. We're just hoping that he can expand that when he hits the NBA circuit in some in our training sessions. We can get in his ear and sort of fix his shot basically. But if he can do that, he's we all know, we've all seen the tape on him being such an elite defender. I think he's going to be a really nice fit. Again, Gavin, we got what you wanted. We got length and fucking and athleticism. So you're fucking as happy as a pig in shit. But yeah,
I don't even have to talk about it now. You just
there's a little. I know. Just send me your notes, mate, and I'll just talk it all. But what I'm saying is that there's a little bit of risk. It probably wasn't as safe as what I would have went myself, but it just means that we can get a bit more excited about that extra potential, I think. So, yeah.
How safe would we have been picking that guy who only got like 7 in the IQ fucking testing?
That was interesting.
That was weird. Hey, I don't even know what a good IQ
you guys know
test score is.
Wait, hold on. We know this was fake, right? Like I
know. It's fake, yeah.
Well, I just
but you posted it. It was you.
So that's why I said I wanted to make sure like misinformation from me was not being, furthered, because I 2 minutes after that looked at the guy's account, was like, I think I'm an idiot here. But it's oddly specific, right? Like, why that?
It really was.
That particular?
It was random as hell. But how did you say it? I mean, we're on live chat. We had a pretty good day round one. And,
I think to the point that you're kind of making there, is there really any risk when you're picking late in the first round in a poor draft? Not really, right? So you look at what the Suns did, moving down without moving down and picking up draft picks without presumably missing out on the guy that they wanted, because, frankly, if Kolek was Kolek was there. I really like the Dunn pick. You have a guy who really is, but by all accounts, the best defender in the draft, right? And if his offensive game was better, he'd be high. He would have been much higher on draft boards. Now, presumably, that's something that hopefully will develop some when he gets to that next level. But worst case scenario, if he's on the court with guys like KD and Book and Beal, presumably he's going to be getting easier looks. And if he can even develop some semblance of a 3-point shot, that would be fantastic. But bigger guy than a Kogi, so even if people play him off the line, you got to think he's going to be more of a threat taking the ball to the hole as well. So I think he's filling a need that was one that was a necessity. And again, on top of that, picking up picks, I think day one, it's weird having the draft be 2 days, but day one was a home run as far as I see it. And then did you get a local kid in Oso? I love it. And
he's local too.
Are we talking about everybody? Yeah. Are we talking about everybody?
Yeah, no.
You can even talk about Jalen Watkins if you like.
Did you? That Watkins kid's fantastic.
He's special.
Did you guys see the clip of him watching the plays and breaking down plays?
Yeah,
not even breaking them down, but predicting what was going to happen, because he hadn't seen those plays before. Dude, that's fascinating.
Yeah,
for a kid that age, and look, 6'11", athletic, again, fills the role, right? A big, long defender that can, have quicker feet than Nurk does. That's not difficult, but you know what I mean.
And a much better floater than Drew Eubanks.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think he's going to play the center though? Because he's listed as a forward, and
is he? I didn't realize that, but
you could feel the
he could feel the skinny, right? But at the end of the day,
his college ball was played at center.
if he's going to be able
I
to,
could see him playing it.
it's a matter of who he can defend, right? If he can defend those guys, then. But big, tall, long defender, bouncy, fills another role. And that's the other thing too about obviously Dunt being an elite defender, but for not being a big, what did he average? 2.3 blocks or something like that, was it?
Yeah.
Or was that his steals and it was like 1.3 blocks? But either way.
No, it was it was 2.3 blocks, 1.3 steals.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure.
Either way, putting up stats, both those categories at a position where he's going to guard on presumably multiple levels. I love it. We'll see how they develop. We'll see how they play out. But on paper, the Suns, I think, did exactly what they needed to do in this draft, and I have zero complaints.
The one thing that stood out to me, looking at
Oso's a playmaker too. He's the best playmaking big in the draft.
Yes.
Is what I read.
Good passer. Yeah.
There you go.
Nice passer. Go, Nate.
all three of them have solid rigs. So we haven't picked any string beans. We've picked guys with NBA-ready bodies. Like you look at Ryan Dunn, he's 97 kilos. Osso's 100 kilos. And Jalen is at 6'7", 102 kilos. So we've got...
You need to use pounds as well.
I'm deliberately not.
How come you didn't tell me how many meters tall he is then? You said 6'7". You said kilos. Come on, bro. Stick to a system.
No, I completely agree with you there, Nate. We picked. The great thing was we picked NBA ready type guys, and for me, the Ryan Dunn thing. Now I've seen all the comments on Twitter. Everybody else who straight away go, "Oh, but the guy can't shoot." Okay, well, maybe he can't, but neither could Herb Jones when he came into the NBA. And last year he was absolutely like a killer from three. Mikal Bridges had real problems in his first 2 seasons.
He shot like 30% his first year or something like that. And he was supposed to be a good shooter.
A massive hitch in his shot.
And this guy is Mikal Bridges light.
Yeah, but this guy's coming into a system where he's got 2 of the best shooters currently in the NBA who can pass on knowledge about how to improve his shot. And he's already come out and said, I'm going to live in the gym. Well, we know that Book and KD are going to fall in love with the fact that this dude wants to live in the gym.
Yeah.
So
what was his 3-point percentage? 20%? 22%? 24%?
Yeah, but did you break it down? Did you break it down over the whole season? Because the first half of the season, his 3-point percentage was actually quite good. Well, solid, not good.
Okay.
Solid.
What was
it? Was like 30%. It was like 29.
Look, so I've learned that sample sizes, no matter how large, if they don't continue, don't matter. See Josh Okogie, that son of a bitch.
Ash Shaw has just said he only took 19 threes in that season. So it's a very small sample size. So let's not read too much into it. But you're right in what you were saying. There's going to be a lot more space for him to shoot if our guys, play what Bud wants them to play, and they fucking buy in.
And look, I just wanted, as Boyd said before, I wanted to see us get athleticism and length into the team, and we did that with the 2 draft picks and the 2-way. I'm just stoked that we actually signed a 2-way after the draft when 2-ways were available instead of waiting fucking 10 weeks.
Halfway through the season. Yeah. Oh fuck! Hey, so Azubuike and Saban Lee, are they going to be shafted from them 2-way spots? And is it Maladon still there?
I don't think they're going to be shafted. I just think they won't get them because they're not good enough.
So
Saban Lee certainly isn't.
Regardless of the reason, you reckon that they're going to be pumped out for some of these younger guys we seem to be looking at?
I can't see that any of the 3 players on our 2-ways from last year, which is Saban, Ish, and Azubuike, will be back next season. Would be my thoughts. I think we're going to look at I think James Jones, Matt Ishbia are going to look at the squad completely different, particularly because we also have a G League team now.
I can't believe we're talking about those three guys.
Exactly.
You should hear some of the other shit we
Boy,
talk about.
you know what I was just thinking? Your background picture should make it so like it's bigger, and then you're just in the middle, and it's those two guys. Like, so it's just
Yes.
that'd be sick. Yeah, there we go.
Slide across. Yeah.
Oh,
There you go. Perfect.
Give him a kiss, Justin.
Wait, what?
There's another
So-
Justin.
So my
I was
question-
like, I'm not what? I'm not sure Nate knows how this works.
Justin, if you turn and give the kissy face, you could like make out with Book right now. There you go.
Right on too. Right.
Dude, that was above our fireplace for like weeks.
I got real.
And-
I know
and
we
it
spoke about
finally-
it last time.
Oh, dude,
Like,
it finally
she found
came
it?
just recently. No,
Yeah.
she left it there for a while, and she just took it down recently because, well, apparently she had enough. Which is fair.
Now, ladies and
And
gentlemen,
the photo of the family went back up.
get ready for the next 20 minutes where we attempt to kiss things in our backdrops.
Nate,
Well,
please shut Boyd up and give me a grade on the Suns draft in 2024. Give me a grade.
well, do you attribute Osso and Jalen to the draft, or are we rating the draft
Everything
just
that
on Ryan
happened,
Dunn?
everything that happened in the draft. Well,
He was
also
in the-
got drafted.
In the second round, so yeah.
Oh, he was actually drafted. So
Yeah,
it was just
he was
Jalen
drafted.
Are you changing your
It's
notes?
just
Like, oh, remember
Jalen
this
Bridges is on a two-way, including Jalen Bridges and the draft picks that we traded for. Rate our draft night.
I've got to give it at least a B plus. I think it was quite sensibly done. James Jones did surprise me because we're just so used to seeing him not play in the draft at all, and the last time he did, he fucked it up. So yeah, I'll go with B plus.
Boyd,
Sorry, mate. What the fuck did you just say?
all right, Justin.
A. I give it an A. I loved it. It was fantastic. It was marvelously done. Filled needs. I give it an A. Back to Boyd.
Boyd,
Oh,
give us a draft ranking for the Phoenix Suns, including the two ways and anything we traded for.
Okay, so I think I had it at an A to start with, but I think by the end of it, I'm going with a B plus, a slight drop off, just because that last move where we sort of moved up to 41 to get Osso, I just feel like we could have maybe got a couple of other two other guys that would have been nice, and we didn't have to use that extra asset.
I feel like it wasn't until recently that we started really even caring about second
Yeah.
round. Like, I don't remember ever.
It's crazy, man.
I don't remember ever talking about them back in the early days of Suns podcasting, gentlemen.
Mm-hmm.
I don't, and we believe you me, we talked a lot of draft. Maybe it was just because, well, we didn't care
We
as
had a
much
lot of
because we
draft.
worried about the high draft pick. Anywho, I digress.
We only ever worried about second round draft picks a couple of years later when it was revisionist history, and it was oh fuck, why didn't we take this? Why didn't we take fucking this guy? Why didn't we take this guy? He's in the second round. And meanwhile, we're picking Marquise Chris and Dragon Bender in the fucking top 10. Now that's when we generally start to think about our the second round. But now I think after we've had some Tamani Kamara last season, like he was a like pick number 58, I think he was. But that was a pleasant surprise, and I think it instilled a little bit of faith in what we can do with these sort of cheaper assets, and I think that's why we're probably a little bit more bought in on it. And aside from the fact that we haven't got anything else to really sort of concentrate on. That's all we pretty much got. It's all we're going to have for a bit. So,
for me, I think it's and you dropped down a little bit, but you dropped 2 rungs. So I'm going to go A- for our draft night. But I'm going to sit here and caution Suns fans right now. We picked up pick 28 and pick 41 or what was also 41?
40.
40. They're still pick 28 and pick 41. Don't get too excited about it. They're potentially
40.
Potentially 40.
no, just,
Potentially.
it's fucking 41,
brother?
apparently. Just,
Was it 41?
no,
40.
it's 40. I'm pretty sure it's 40.
It was 40.
Potentially back end players who don't play a heck of a lot of minutes in the team next season. I'm really not okay, but I'll survive. And everything I just said lost all of its focus because I coughed through most of it.
We understood. Boyd and I kept saying 40 repeatedly too. That didn't help.
40.
And you also agreed on 40, and then about 5 seconds later said,
It went back to 41.
yes.
So,
Wait, did I?
100%.
Yes, you did.
Oh, I apologize for that.
It's okay.
Let's talk a little bit. Let's talk.
I apologize.
Let's talk a little bit of Suns free agency. So, over the last 2 or 3 days, Josh Okogie's opted out. Damian Lee has opted out. Eric Gordon has opted out. Somebody else opted
Damian
out.
Lee opted in, didn't he?
No, we'll get to that.
Rumored,
Damian Lee
now,
rumored to opt in,
rumored
did not opt
otherwise.
in, opted out today. And this is why you don't sleep until fucking 3 o'clock Singapore time, mate.
Sleep until 3 o'clock? Bro. Yeah, DJ.
Rooting or not.
And then obviously the other news that came out today was Bol is recommitting to a 1-year deal on a expanded vet min. We will go into it more. The biggest rumors at the moment is that Josh Okogie and Damian Lee have opted out in order to sign larger contracts because they can. Eric Gordon is gone. Drew Eubanks is gone. And obviously Bol's staying. Talk to me about what's gone on in the last couple of days, Justin.
Well, you covered it quite well there. I mean, I think people were maybe a little surprised by the opting out initially of Okogie and Damian Lee, but when you think about it in the context, it makes sense. Nate, okay? Is that Nate? That's Nate. Yeah, it's like shuffling around.
There's a bit going on at Nate's place right now.
Sorry, that's the fridge.
The Okogie, Okogie, we still have early bird rights on, right? Even though he opted out, so he can get
same with
up to 100.
Lee, I think.
Lee, I don't think so. I think Lee, it's just a matter of he can re-sign for, and I'm assuming this is the case, a larger vet min based on his, whatever bump he was going to get. The now vet min is going to be higher than that. That I would assume that's the case. So, but I think both of those guys coming back it's important. Particularly Damian Lee. We obviously didn't see him at all last season, but one would think at least hope that the role that Eric Gordon filled, and maybe even a better version of the role that Eric Gordon filled, is something that Damian Lee can do for the Suns, because maybe people, hopefully don't forget, but we have to remember that with him being gone a year, he is a fantastic shooter, right? Did he lead the NBA, or at least was top in the NBA at some point?
He was leading the NBA at All-Star game.
There you go.
Much,
so
finished like top 4.
So I mean, if he comes back and is able to perform at that type of clip, and again, we haven't even seen him in full tilt with all three KD. We haven't seen it all, right? With KD, Book, and Beal. So who knows what kind of looks he might get with various rotations with those guys involved. He could really flourish. So hopefully that expectation is in fact what ends up happening. And I guess we have no reason to believe otherwise, especially since that would explain why you get a report coming out that he's going to opt in and then he opts out. Well, okay, if the opt out is to re-sign, okay. So, and Bol,
do you think, Justin, that Damian Lee could shoot a shot like with 17 seconds to go on the shot clock from like behind
29
half
feet
court
and hit half?
It's
and
29, 30 feet. Yeah, and hit the side.
I think he could.
Do you think he could do that as
effectively? He could at least get the rim, and so it's even better.
Okay.
So, dude,
I'm good with that.
Let's go.
Bol, talk to me about Bol.
Before we move on, we're working on the assumption that opting out, both Josh and Damian Lee will re-sign for more money.
Yes.
So where does that put us with the aprons and whatnot?
Same place.
We'll get to that.
What it does, Nate, is from the way that I read it, is that them opting out and being. Now we know Okogie's got the early bird rights. So if Damian Lee has something similar, and we can do them both the same, let's just say that they're both in the same boat. It's either 175% of their previous minimums, or it's a 5% tick up on the average NBA salary, which is around about the 12 million. So anything up to that. So we've basically, what we can do is we can create a couple of slightly heftier sized salaries that could be used to trade out and get something of value back if we attach one of our super valuable second round picks that we picked up. Who knows? So yeah, it gives us that little bit more flexibility, I suppose, when we're trying to make moves down the road. So that's probably the key here. After seeing obviously the Royce O'Neal contract is done in a similar vein.
And we'll get to that one too. Justin, Bol, talk to me.
I mean, look, he showed flashes last season. He's obviously a fan favorite. Having him back, it certainly doesn't hurt. Again, can fill a role when needed, brings a little bit of a spark off the bench. Who knows how Budenholzer is going to use him or if he's going to use him, but at the end of the day, we need guys that are going to fill this bench, and he performed well for the team when needed last season. And there's certainly no harm in bringing him back and having some continuity there. So, I mean, I'm not going to do backflips over it, but I'm certainly happy that he's back, not unhappy that he is.
Nate, free agency, what are your thoughts?
Are we talking about everything now or just Bol?
Our team, just Suns. Bol, Damian Lee, Drew Eubanks, Eric Gordon.
Well, we said on the last episode, don't care about Eric Gordon. Thank fuck. Goodbye. If getting Okogie works for the team, sure. Whatever, off the bench, good defender. We can use him a lot less, maybe with the extra depth we've got. Drew Eubanks didn't earn his spot back, so as long as we can fill that big position with someone, whether that's Bol stepping up and actually working better with the system and actually learning the off season with KD and whatnot, or if we go out and actually manage to find something in free agency. That's kind of how I feel about everything.
You're okay. Yeah. Boyd.
So, but I've already given my my take on obviously. I think that upping the contracts of both Okogie and Lee, just for flexibility reasons, is the way to go for us. Just to add on from what I said last time. But as far as Bol goes, he's been fucking thrown around this league a lot since his inception. What was it, 2019?
Been to two teams.
He's been to the Orlando, the Nuggets.
Well, it started the Nuggets, went to Orlando.
Yeah, and now us. But he hasn't really strung together any consistency, really.
Well, he's no Ish Smith.
What's that?
He's no Ish Smith. who's been to like 17 teams.
No, but I think from what he showed, what he showed us last season, and him having another full off season with his idol Kevin Durant working out with him. Obviously, we've got what's his name, Fizzy back, who's a big influence on Bol Bol as well. So that continuity under them two key factors for Bol Bol, I think, is going to be instrumental in him having taking a leap this season, especially, and as you were saying there, I think you were saying that, Nate, under Bud's system, or was that someone in the chat?
Oh,
No,
it's the
Ash
chat.
Shaw. Yeah.
I think
Bud's
I'd mentioned the new coach,
Yeah. So I think it's going to look really good for Bol Bol, and I hope he gets a lot more burn, but I hope that we don't flog a dead horse too much, and if he doesn't come through with the goods, I hope that we don't just keep on flogging it like we have done under Monty and even Frank Vogel to a certain extent. Keep flogging a dead horse until we fucking die with it. So yeah, look, but I think Bol Bol's going to be great. Yeah, I'm a believer.
Yeah, we need to fill out the roster, so I'm fine with Bol Bol.
I'm sorry, what? Come again?
Well, we need to fill out the roster. I'm more than happy for him to sit at the end of the bench and play some dead minutes.
So you love Bol Bol? You've done.
I do not love Bol Bol. I do not love Bol Bol. I think he's disgusting. It's
that seems a little
You
harsh.
think he's disgusting and
That seems a bit much.
like mud.
It's good that we are able to sign Bol Bol, so we have one other player on the roster. Eric Gordon could get on a train to Shanghai and just fuck right off. I'm really pleased he's gone. Drew Eubanks, don't care. Oh, I apologize. Sorry, guys. I apologize to Drew Eubanks. I thought you might have had something, but you really didn't. Look, I hope we do bring back Okogie and Damian Lee with extended contracts. I don't know what else is out there. So if we're going to roll into that free agency, if Damian Lee, Josh Okogie, they stay, Bol Bol stays, we got the 2 draft picks, means we got 2 spots to fill. I'm going to throw you gents on the spot. 2 spots to fill. How are you filling them, Justin?
Basketball players? I don't know.
Yeah,
man.
Justin.
You're asking me who we're gonna put on the 14th and 15th spots on this roster with minimum contracts? I don't fucking know. I don't care.
Who would you like then? Hey, how about this? Who would you like, Justin?
Who would you like, Justin, in those 2 spots on vet minimums?
Well, who's been floated out there? I know what.
Okay, so I'll
Aaron
go first.
Holiday floated out, right?
Oh, I saw Aaron Holiday today, and it nearly made me vomit. 2 players for me. Not harsh. He's no good. He's Jordan Goodwin light. 2 players for me. Markel
Worse
Fultz.
than Jordan Goodwin? Okay.
He is worse than Jordan Goodwin. Markel Fultz and Mo Bamba are the 2 players I would like to see the Suns bring on a vet minimum. And I know that everybody else is going to go Chris Paul. Chris Paul's not coming back to the Suns. After everything that went down, Chris Paul is not coming back to the Suns on a vet minimum. Let it go.
And I just want to say that Gavin doesn't know that definitively. He's just his strong opinion of that subject to everybody out there. Because there's a possibility that he does.
I like this too.
Gavin
All right.
also hasn't tapped
tell us, boy, who are
your 2
players?
Fucking Paul George and
Chris Paul's
Thompson,
one.
mate.
Oh yeah, because they're signing vet minimums. No worries. Anyway, instead of talking to an idiot, Nate.
I don't think I'm going to say anything more intelligent on this one. I feel like the last 2 pods we did, we spent half the episode talking about this exact same subject. We're
What
just rehashing trash here.
have we talked about it? And I was just checking to make sure I'm pretty certain he's an unrestricted free agent. Wiseman. Yeah.
Yep, he was one of the last week's discussion.
He is.
There you go.
He's going to be waived. Is it what fits?
Dude, I don't know. It's the fucking 14th and 15th spots in the roster.
Sadiq Bey.
Well,
just,
why not?
Backup centers,
Maybe
right?
suddenly,
So
maybe
you're
suddenly,
talking.
maybe suddenly that reason he was drafted number 2 or whatever will show.
Why are we talking about filling
Could
the
be
bottom
nice.
spots in
I
the
don't
roster and
know,
maybe not the
man.
7 and 8
This is-
spots?
Well,
Gavin,
what do you
yes,
got?
yeah.
Okay. Hold on.
This is fucking.
I'll tell you why. Because right now we do not have a backup center to Yusuf Nurkic except for the guy we just drafted.
And Bob.
You telling me that we're not going to try to address that in
We absolutely
free
have.
agency?
Well, guys,
not-
here,
13th
he's
and 15.
guys.
So a backup center is not 14 or 15.
So-
It's
so-
7
We
or
said
8.
you're right. We understand this
Okay.
now. Okay.
This is a podcast to
So
speculate.
James Wiseman is a good idea or not a good idea?
James
then?
Wiseman.
Back to the subject. Now that there's a reason for it, and we understand it. Moving on.
All right, James Wiseman is solid. It's a solid idea, but is Wiseman basically Eubanks? But
Thinner.
Hey,
I mean, hey, you know what? We don't know until we throw him on the court and
that's
see.
true. That's true.
Because guess what? I haven't watched a whole lot of James Wiseman since it's been the
No,
NBA.
that's true.
You know what? Because there's also not a whole lot of tape.
there's a couple
No,
of
that's
guys who have just had either options or have had their qualifying offers not extended today. One being Sadiq Bey.
Nice. I like it.
Baby.
Now he is now an unrestricted free agency as of a few hours ago. Another one being now this is a guy that's been in the wilderness for a little while,
Ooh.
but is a bit of a nice shooter.
Kevin Love. He looks like he's been in the wilderness.
Evan Fournier has just had his option. His $19 million
19
option
million.
declined. It was a team option. Now, a veteran is a hell of a shooter. He's been in a really bad situation for a couple of seasons now, or a season and a half. Do you see some sort of lifeline being thrown out to Evan Fournier and maybe the Phoenix Suns system can resurge his career?
Third
Who are you
time.
talking to?
All of you, whoever wants to fucking pipe up.
All right, Justin.
Yes.
Is Evan Fournier?
Sure, why not?
Yes. Okay.
I don't know. Sure, why not, dude? Like, look, I'm not gonna lie. I just want basketball season to get here. I'm already very excited for the season. So fill it out with whoever you want to fill it
Me
out
too.
with. I like James Jones. I've never been one of those folks that have. Maybe I'm too easy on James Jones. Maybe I should be harder on him. But if he had lost any of my faith, I think this draft earned it back.
Got it back. Yeah.
Whether it's him.
I don't think you're on your own either.
Whether it's him, whether it's and when I say that, I mean him learning or him putting these correct people around him. I think he hit a home run here that day, and ultimately whatever they end up doing this offseason, I think I think they'll be the right moves for the roster. Right, I'll buy in. That's what I'm saying.
I get a feeling, Justin. Justin, I get a feeling that you only want to talk about things that are locked up and signed, sealed, and delivered, and you just don't want to put yourself in a position to speculate.
It's more
on
that
anything.
Justin is going to support whatever we sign. But
Yeah.
Justin,
Hey,
I'm
I
going to
get
go.
that, but
I'm
we're
going to
a
go the
podcast talking
newsroom.
about free agency that doesn't start until
Shut up.
tomorrow.
I'm going to go the newsroom on you
I'm
right
calling
here.
Justin out.
I don't want you
what?
to
What
sit
did
on
I
the
do?
fence. I want an
Get off,
answer.
Get off,
Who do you want
get off
in
the
free
fence.
agency?
Who do you want? Who speaks to your soul?
I'll say the
Who
same
thinks
thing
this
as I did the
is
last
all
two
right?
pods.
Me?
Mason
Who
Plumlee.
gets your
Didn't
heart,
we just
Justin?
I thought we just went over this. I will say I really like the Markelle Fultz idea. So I'll say Markelle Fultz, and I'll say
Ooh, yes.
I'm gonna just to be a little different. I'm gonna say James Wiseman. There, you happy?
Okay. Perfect.
Okay.
But you know what?
I'm
If
just
it's
writing
any
that-
of the
I'm
guys
writing
you
that down.
named, I'm not going to give a shit. I'm going to be perfectly fine with it. I guess that's
Yeah.
my point. Like, you could throw any name at me right now, well, within reason, and I'd probably be like,
And you'd not
sure,
politely.
why not? Let's do
you'd
that.
Not
Yeah,
politely.
I'm not. I don't think anyone. I'm going to be like, oh man, hell no, because you know what? James Jones and company, and the agents' kids that he's got working around him. Hey, those dudes know players, right? Whatever they do, they make money doing that stuff, right? Hey,
Nate,
I'd really like to see Mason Plumlee as our backup center.
sure, love it. See,
I like that.
Um,
Yeah.
actually, really
I mean, he's the fact that he went to the Clippers and went from a starting role in Charlotte to a backup role in the Clippers means he's not expecting to start this season. So maybe we could get him cheap if he wants to go. If we want to call ourselves a contender again, rather than trying to get money at a shit team.
And if I recall correctly, when Zubac was down for a little bit because he was on my championship-winning fantasy basketball team, I don't know if you guys remember that at all. But if I recall correctly, he filled in as a starter quite.
He's very adequate
well,
starter.
So, yeah, exactly.
How many
So
games
someone
you
that's
lose?
adequate to do it, but not expecting it. If we can
One
get
loss,
him,
Gav. One loss.
Who'd you lose to?
I lost to you, Gav, and it was
Thanks,
a
buddy.
well-deserved win. It was a well-deserved win.
Hey, Justin, just
Yes, sir.
this is the only time, and I'm just going to go off script a little bit here, Gavin, if you don't mind.
There's a shock.
This is
Yeah.
the only time on a podcast I will ever bring up a fucking basketball shoe again.
Oh, whoa,
But
we're
then
not up to it. We're not up to
you've
it.
got it. Have you
Yeah,
got that,
that's
have you?
next. That's next.
I even saw the script and I remember it was on there. Shit, bro, come on.
Well, I got it sent to me
Script.
like fucking 5 minutes before we kicked off when I was
I
doing
feel
other
like
shit.
script is a bad way of.
My
putting
bad.
it.
My bad.
rough agenda.
Forget that happened.
Rough agenda.
Yeah, I think that sounds better. Rundown. So, should we talk about the shoe?
I was about 20 seconds too early. It's a fucking
Energy.
story of my
Yeah,
life.
I know, right?
Stop living
In
in a
retrospect, it was a
laugh.
perfect segue, but we killed it.
Yeah. And when I say being 20 seconds too early is the story of my life, it's more like 20 minutes.
Yeah, I was gonna
So,
say,
yeah.
if you were 20 seconds too early, dude, you wouldn't have kids running around like you do. We'll say that much.
Fucking
But to be fair, we should. I feel like it's only fair to Boyd to point out that he did provide a perfect segue, and Gavin
Just
ignored it
fucking
to
burnt
just ridicule
No,
Boyd.
I
for
didn't
ruining
ignore it. I'm
what was actually
trying to upload. I'm trying to upload the picture, and it's it's not going well.
Can I just say, Justin, your skin looks terrifically smooth.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
You look very youthful. I feel like I'm aging.
I
at
had
a
somebody
record
ask
rate.
me. I had somebody ask me if I get Botox, and I do not get Botox. I can assure you that. I'm just half
Well, I don't
Filipino,
believe
baby.
that.
No, I swear,
that.
I swear on both
And
my children's lives.
kudos,
It's terrible to do.
kudos to that Filipino heritage.
Right, dude?
San Migs, baby.
I had so much Filipino food tonight. Gavin, we're doing a great job filling time for you, baby. Just keep uploading.
Just
that.
keep-
Use that-
why would you?
use that-
Why would you bring that up? Just keep going.
because
Just
I
keep
had to.
going.
I just had to. This is part of filling it. Shut up and just keep doing it and take the verbal.
I've got some
abuse
random
from it.
American fun facts we can roll with here.
Oh,
The other
boy.
night
Okay.
at the pub, I'm drinking with my crew over here at the pub, and
How is this
there's
an
this
American
American
Your homies.
American
Your homies,
lass
yeah.
joins us. This is a shit on how bad America must be. She went to the clinic
Sweet.
from the pub to the clinic, the doctor's clinic, to get a script, and came back. And I'm like, what the fuck was that? And she's like, I need my Zoloft. I'm going back to America.
What's
Huh.
What the fuck's
Maybe
that?
she's just a bad flyer.
Antidepressants.
Oh, I thought that was the sleeping. Isn't Zoloft help you sleep?
That's an antidepressant.
I just I'm
Let's-
more interested in finding out about.
That's a bit
how
sad.
Nate-
Maybe she
How
has a
Nate
tough life
destroyed
back here.
Twitter.
Do you know anything about her?
No,
Hey,
not really.
How is
and
she?
just a
Can you
quick tidbit.
just fly back to the United States with non-prescription Zoloft? I'm pretty sure not. Is this lady okay? You should check on her,
She's not my friend. It's fine.
bro. Whatever. Gavin, did you get the fucking picture uploaded yet? This is getting dark fast.
Yeah, Nate.
Well,
what the fuck
let's
have you
talk
done?
about Margaret.
Anyway, these are the new books that are going to be released on July 28th, 18th. I don't know. Next month.
They're very purple.
I want some feedback, gents. I've got the blue ones. Justin, I believe you have the blue ones, similar to this.
I have the blue ones, I have the snakes, and I have the tan ones. I need to
Yeah,
get
I have
Fucking hell.
I'd be
This
happy to
cunt's
get
got
any
too
pet.
much money.
I have the blue and the
I
snakes.
hear about it.
I just got the snakes. Would you, if Boyd, if you weren't controlled by your wife and children and had the money, would you buy these?
Look, I would probably be an avid shoe collector, and I'd probably buy them just because they're book ones. But would I wear them fuckers around? No, because I'm not a fucking girl, and they're very girly. I reckon they look really good on a girl.
Actually, that's actually not a bad point. These would look really good on a chick.
They'd also
They
look
would.
very good on Justin or I
No,
think.
Justin could
But-
pull them off. Not you, Gavin. If you wear them, you're like me, mate. Your head is too fucking rough.
I am going to buy them and wear them. Just as a
These
heads up.
look like they've got way too much suede in them. They look like a cunt to keep clean.
They would be.
Yeah, that's the problem I found with the blue ones.
I can't
really
keep
hard to
shoes
keep
clean
clean.
either. Just quietly.
Nate, would you wear these?
Of course I would.
All
I'd
right,
wear, I
Justin?
wouldn't care if they were fucking pink. I'd wear them.
These are the most beautiful fucking things I have ever seen in my entire life.
Whoa.
That's it. That's my heart.
Is your-
I'm looking.
is your
my
wife
heart
in the
rate,
background?
when you put them up, my heart rate went up 5 beats per minute. Just when you put
As long
them
as
up.
it's only your heart, my friend.
Yeah. To be fair, shoe wise.
She was.
And
Five
it might
inches
have
elsewhere.
and it might have twitched a little bit. No, I swear to God, dude. No, those are absolutely beautiful. I love those. Those are by far my favorite colorways that have been released to like purchase or pending. Now the Moss Points, but these are phenomenal. But I think you bring up a good point, Nate was saying. No, Boyd, that I think maybe it's not for everybody, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, I would absolutely wear those, but
You
I don't
could.
think it's for everybody.
I would too.
It's a beautiful
I
shoe,
would
and
too.
you're a beautiful man, Justin.
The
It just
Thank
makes
you.
the
sense.
only
I
reason
appreciate that.
the only reason Boyd wouldn't wear these is because he won't buy his own.
Yeah. But if I win them,
If someone bought them
and
for
that's
him,
what I was,
he'd wear them
that's what-
everywhere.
this is what I was getting at. So I put up, because these are called the Bloom Elax or Celiacs, or what are they called? The Bloom.
Just call them
Just
the
keep
blooms.
talking. You'll get there.
The blooms. We're calling them the blooms.
The Bloom.
Just
So,
call them the Blooms, mate.
so we've thrown around the idea for the Suns Potter Fantasy League as a prize, a pair of book ones. Now these are called the Blooms. You've got the Bloom Connect. You guys all talk to him. So why don't we get a pair of
Damn
these,
it.
Gavin, and fucking get them signed by Bloom?
I'll tell you.
And they can
I'll
just
tell
go
you
up on
why.
the fucking-
I'll tell you
I can
why.
arrange
Well,
that.
yeah, that could work, but like everybody wears different size shoes, and we have an entire basketball season before that.
But if they're signed,
But if
are they
it's
gonna be
if
worn?
it's just for signed shoes, okay, we can make that work.
Just get
I'll
two
get
really small
Justin to
pairs.
buy
They
a
might
pair.
be cheaper.
And,
No,
Actually-
doesn't look like that.
Actually, the funny thing is that with StockX, the smaller pairs are cheaper.
Oh, really?
Dude, and the prices on the books have gone down on StockX. Dude, it's so funny because I remember when the first ones dropped. I was at a soccer tournament, of course, and I'm on I had 3 dads on the soccer team, me, and I think who else? Anyway,
Joel,
multiple
the
people
answer
trying
is
to
yes.
get them.
The answer is yes.
you
Half
do.
a size up.
Yeah. I was trying to get like multiple people get them. I didn't get them, and I looked on StockX, and I saw them. And I'm like, I could get them, but I'm like, the prices will go down. And then my wife, of all people, was like, well, if you really want them, just get them. And I'm like, okay. And of course, like the price has gone way down. But you know what? Hey, you only live once or something. I don't fucking know. But those are beautiful.
They
Like,
are beautiful.
beautiful.
They are beautiful, Boyd. What's wrong with you?
They are beautiful. I agree.
Hey, Boyd.
I would kill everyone in this room for a drop of sweet beer.
So, Homer, please feel free to tell us anything.
Who do you want to have a beer with, Boyd?
Me, mate. I want to have a beer with Dan Dewati because I feel like he's just fallen off the face of the planet. I miss him in the chat. And yeah, I want to have a beer with him and see how the fucking hell he's going. Just a personal one for me.
No, it's fair.
Anyone know how he's going? Anyone know how Dan's going?
Dan's
Justin,
fantastic.
Are you still banging around with him?
Dan's doing well. I just texted him and said you miss him.
Ah, that's
So,
sweet.
I try, but no, he's
He's a
doing
good
well.
dude.
We still text every day. Me, him, and Paul. We're still all just because we're not recording, Nate.
you talk about
We're still
pods.
friends. We're still friends. Yes.
You probably
share
texted him a lot more since you've fallen out with Voida, no doubt.
No.
You'd be
what
blowing
falling
up
out with
Dan's
Voida?
line.
You weren't there before when I explained to Gavin that Void and I texted on the side, and I apologized to him for obviously overreacting and proposed that we never talk about politics in our podcast chat again. And
Make
told him
Arizona
not to,
great
so we're
again.
good.
Make Arizona great.
That's what it means, isn't
Oh,
Why-
Arizona,
why would you do that?
Arizona's always great, bro.
it?
It's never not been great. So
It'll
See,
only
that's-
not be great if Kari Lake gets in
oh,
anyway.
Jesus fucking Christ! Okay. Hold on. What do we talk? What do we literally just say?
Nate.
I'm out.
Who do you want to have a beer with, Nate?
You thought what's his face was a fucking trigger for me. Ooh.
Hey, who do you want to have a beer with?
I would like to have a San Mig light
I need a
with.
moment. I just need a moment.
Look, you got to say James Jones is the easiest choice here. But this week I'm going to go with the Hot Tour Girl because she's gone viral, and I just think that was funny. So she looks like she'd slam a couple of beers.
There's other reasons you want to fucking have a beer with her.
Bro, okay, can I
I
tell
want to
you?
ask about her career now because she's been alienated. She's lost her job as a kindergarten teacher. Her life's in turmoil. She hasn't started an OnlyFans yet. Like, what is she going to do for money?
Ah,
Next,
hang out with you,
Just
obviously.
fucking go. No, move on. Move on.
Justin,
States
who
right
do you
now.
want to have a beer with? This is getting off the rails. Justin, who do you want to have a beer with?
I want to have a beer with Voida. There it is. Well, I mean, he'd have a beer. I'd have an iced tea. It'd be fantastic. We had lunch the other day. We'll have to do it again now. There you go. There it is. See? Fuck you, Void. Voida, I almost said. I was just talking about him. Fuck you, Voida.
That's
Void.
how you're feeling.
How do you
You're
like
feeling,
that?
fuck you,
How do you like
You're
that,
looking-
Boyd? Boyd's all trying to be fucking a rebel rouser.
Spit on that thing.
That's how I'm gonna apologize over the beer. What does it mean exactly? I don't understand it.
What the hell? Oh my god, this is just going
Move on.
completely off the rails.
Good thing. Good thing. You
I
guys,
wanna
you
have
guys
a beer
haven't
with-
suddenly got like thousands of watchers, right? Like this still is pretty low key, right? We're good.
Still pretty low key. We're good. I want to
Someday I
have a
might
beer
have to
with.
ask you to take this one down now. Actually, now I think about it. But go on. No, moving on. Kidding. It's a
I want
joke.
to have a beer with. I want to have a beer with our new recruit, our new draft pick, Osso, who, as Justin mentioned so eloquently earlier, broke down tape without even seeing the plays That dude is a basketball head, and I love it. I would love to sit there and just watch a game of basketball with him over a beer.
Did you see his comparison? He's like a Nurk light. They reference Yusuf Nurkic in his pre-draft comparisons. I thought that was cool.
That's
Anyway.
right. Hey, Justin.
Time for the flog of the week, and trust me, they are ugly, very unattractive. Google their face when you're done here.
Oh my God, I forgot that was in Trump's voice. Justin, who's your favorite?
It's muted. Like when on my side, I don't hear it. Kevin Durant for blocking John Voida. That's it. I hate to do it, but I have to do it.
Yeah,
I love him.
no,
Look, what have I said? I've said in the chat. I do everything I do out of love. Even when I'm being harsh, it's out of love. Because you know what? Blocking John Void is not the answer, Kevin Durant. You can do better. We're here to,
especially because he was only asking about the
bridges,
trade,
not tear them down. That's all.
And can I just go next, Gav, for flog of the week?
Sure, Boyd. Who's your flog of the week?
You don't have to say it. I'll just do it. I was going to say Stephen A. Smith, similar to what Ash Shaw just said in the chat, because of his fucking propaganda about Kevin Durant wanting out and Devin Booker wanting out. But man, I've got to jump on the bandwagon, on the Justin bandwagon, and go with Kevin Durant for blocking John Voida, because that's a dog act. You've got he's pointing his fucking media hate water pistol at the wrong fucking media. Like these are the cunts that do it out of the passion, and they're doing it for free, and it's all fucking, this is love for us. We're not getting paid millions of dollars to go out and do clickbaity shit. We're asking genuine fucking questions, and when we get a chance to actually get a stage with someone like Kevin Durant, and then you got him getting fucking blown out of the water, by the guy. It's fucking. I'm almost at a point now where we fucking trade Kevin Durant just because of that.
We're trading KD because he fucked with Voida.
Yeah, fuck you, KD. KD's on the fucking outs. Get us a chip first this season, and then we'll get a haul for you in the
I'm
off-season.
texting Voida right now and telling him that Boyd's trading KD just for blocking him. He will appreciate this.
Nate, who's your plug of the week?
Could you replay the intro again?
Sure.
You don't have to. Hey, look, the obvious choice is Joe Biden.
No, I wasn't going to.
It's not going to be my choice, but what do you reckon if he was a 2K player, what do you reckon his offensive awareness rating would be? Anyway, my real flog of the week is LeBron. Just because he's always getting everything he wants. He gets his kid drafted when the kid should never have even, made the second round. And he's going out and he's saying, I'm going to take a pay cut so that they can get Clay Harden and Valanciunas. Basically, he's admitting, no, we can't get it done, but I've got everything I want, so I want it more. And that just pisses me off. Doesn't take much for him to piss me off. So.
All right. So, unpopular opinion. I think it's pretty cool that forget that it's
KD
LeBron.
blocked Voida. Oh.
Yeah, that's pretty cool too. I forget that it's LeBron. I think it's pretty cool that there's a dude that's playing in the NBA whose son has just been drafted to his team. It might just be me. I'm okay. Everyone wants to spray me. Go for it. I know it's LeBron. A lot of people hate him. But if that dude gets to hit the court with his son at the same time, at the highest level, that's pretty cool.
Gavin.
Yeah, that wasn't the whole part of my phrase, though.
All this LeBron love was okay.
There was no LeBron love.
Listen, Linda. All this LeBron love was okay right up to the fucking second that he was drafted by the LA Lakers, and it was a sure thing that LeBron was staying there. when there was a fucking
Why? You're
an
upset
ounce-
because
When there
LeBron
was an-
isn't
yes,
signing
yes.
a minimum with the
yes,
Suns.
yes, fucking Gavin,
Okay.
yes. When there was an ounce of hope that was the fucking thing, I started conditioning myself to fuck with LeBron, and it was a fucking roller coaster, right? Now that it's not happening, I've fallen off that fucking cliff, and I'm right back into the fucking LeBron's a piece of shit, and is in the fucking dumpster. That's it. That's what we need. That's the energy we need to keep moving forward. Gavin,
Hey, if they're gonna
I need to
roll,
fuck- he can
if
play
they're
with his
gonna roll
fucking
Bronny out,
grandson. I
if
don't
they
give a fuck.
hold on, if they're gonna roll Bronny out against Phoenix, we're winning that game by 40.
What if he only
But
plays
it's
for like a minute?
It's
Still winning by
Yeah,
40 because
exactly.
That's it. They're still winning by 40. My flog of the week, and I'm going to roll off the back of, I know Boyd mentioned Stephen A. Smith and blah, blah. You know who started this shit? My flog of the week is Brian Windhorst. What the fuck was that tweet? Oh, there's a trade between Brooklyn and Houston. That will impact Phoenix. How will it impact Phoenix? There is zero reason. All of a sudden, you fucking tried to throw the Phoenix Suns under the bus so that you could get an extension on your story to beat Shams Charania. Windy, pull your fucking head in. The Suns are not trading KD to fucking Houston because Houston have the Phoenix Suns picks. It's not happening. Pull your
Well, did
fucking
he
head
say that? Did he say that was happening, or was he saying that Houston was just gearing up for that possibility?
Are you talking about
Justin?
did I miss Wendy just saying this, or are we talking about Woj?
Yeah, Woj said it.
Oh,
as
wait.
well.
Oh, sorry, Woj. My fucking God. I'll go back and start again.
You were just going.
My flog of the week is Adrian Wojnarowski.
Strong. I didn't want to stop you.
Why didn't you stop
I
me?
thought I missed it.
Adrian Wojnarowski is my flog of the week for his tweets. Discuss.
I was like about to look at my phone and be like, Wendy, what did he say? I missed this one. Well, because what threw me off was because I didn't realize it when Woj didn't Woj say independent of the Knicks thing? I thought it was or the Nets thing. Anyway.
Yeah. Independent.
But that was
it was
bullshit.
Woj. Sorry. I fucked that up. It was Woj. Like,
and
why the fuck did you need to tweet that?
It's like he was just saying stuff. There was nothing substantive to it. It was like like I don't even know. It was like he was thinking out loud.
Yeah.
As I put Houston got some picks back, and they're the Suns picks, and so therefore they're going to trade those picks back to the Suns just to get KD. It was dumb as dog shit.
Yeah, it was basically like this. Houston has draft picks. No, Houston likes KD, and they have draft picks. They could try to use them to get him. Cool. Insert any team and any name there, and just rinse and repeat. That's
it was stupid.
It was wild. Like I said, I said,
and I apologize to
Wendy.
I was talking about
he was like a bottle and a half of white Ziff deep, and he's like, "Hey, look, I'm just gonna see how many likes I get." Ego boost, like I don't know. Maybe he was sad. I love
that's the multi-purpose cleaner, right?
Houston got the Suns pick. Houston got the Suns picks. They must want KD. I'm gonna tweet that.
Yeah, like why not? I love how professional Gavin is. He just apologized to Windhorst. Like
I did apologize. So I'm sorry.
One day, like when all of a sudden he gets
he watches
DM from
Wendy's.
I was like, oh damn.
He watches all the time.
He
messaged me.
He just fucking turned off, Gav. As soon as you said that, he turned off. He switched off.
He just went, fuck Gav, we're getting sued as the Aussie Suns fans now.
I think he'll be all right.
Apologies, boys. The $8 we've got from donations gone. Wendy's got it.
Fuck. That's really throwing a spanner in the works.
Boyd. Last comments. Where do we find you,
mate?
We don't get to play a game.
No games at the moment.
Rich
Nate gets
Kill.
upset about the games.
I feel like
Nate always
Howard
Nate always loses the games. He got
I suck
upset
at
and
games.
said we're no longer games. No.
Should we play Rich Shoot Kill?
No.
No.
Go about our days.
Do you have
I
three?
feel like-
or-
No, we'll just do the Suns Planet.
Like the podcast?
Yeah,
All right.
Fit in there,
Boy,
dude, I wanna
Boy,
join
Rich should kill. Kevin,
Man.
Jake, Hammer, go.
All right. I'm gonna kill Hemo. Because he dogged us to join that successful fucking Suns Planet podcast, and I'm going to marry Jake because he's a fucking beautiful, beautiful person, and he's really good with like politics and all that sort of stuff. I think I could learn a lot from him, and I'm gonna root fucking what's his name, Kevin Slut, because he's a slut, and I've never had sex with someone from the Philippines.
Nate, last comments. Where can we find you?
I've
Hey,
never had
what's
sex
your
with anyone
turn?
from the Philippines either.
Well done.
Last comments at Nicky's Falcon. X, Twitter, whatever. Just, IG. That's it. Thanks for coming.
Last
Let me go to
comment.
the pub.
Last comments. Where can we find you? And thank you so much for joining us again, mate.
At So Says Jay, I don't use Botox, and thank you for having me. It's always fun. I love you all. And don't forget to follow my buddies too, at Dervish of Whirl and at Dan Duarte 1. And you know what? Maybe we'll do an episode of Fanning the Flames.
I'm waiting with bated breath to talk about the DeAndre Ayton trade.
You guys should go back and listen to our old ones. They're actually better than anything we've put out recently. It's entertaining. Listen to our 2017 recap. We're pretty.
Your latest pod was an old one.
We were asking for.
Do you know the best episode?
Do
you know the best episode of Fanning the Flames ever recorded was never released?
Oh, it was.
I believe we were.
I was just talking to somebody about that episode. Oh wait, that's a different one. Never mind. Tell you about
I believe when we were
the two drunk Aussies. It's Dan's place.
Oh, we didn't. Did we record a podcast?
We did.
Yeah,
we did.
Did I do that? Where?
Yeah.
You guys called me.
Are you sure I was recording
that?
You deliberately deleted it straight away.
You messaged me the next day and went,
like not even
"That's
keeping it on the hard drive."
That is
That
never."
sounds right.
You messaged me the next day and went, "That is never going to air."
Yeah, I don't even remember it. That's
I would hope you still have it just so that we can privately review it one day.
It might. It's probably still on my hard drive. Yeah, on my computer. Anyway, we're finishing this episode.
Follow us at Aussie Suns Fans on Twitter, YouTube, and at Aussie Suns Fans on Instagram, boy.
Yes. 58 followers now, boys.
Look out, Boyd. Nice.
58.
Instagram fucking legend. Look at him. Follow us, like, subscribe.
Why you guys don't have more followers on a platform that's primarily for photographs.
And it's only been going for a month.
Boyd posts a lot of photographs. Follow, like, subscribe,
Comment,
do all
fans.
that on the platforms. Do you know the greatest thing about today? None of us four rocked up thinking that we were going to do anything but to fuck spiders. Have a good night. See you next week.
As Chris Paul gets in, another wide open three.
Pierre Cardin.
Defers to Booker for the long range.
Phoenix. Phoenix Suns, and you know we up next. Yeah, we working for that championship ring. We the valley, it ain't nothing but a thing. Phoenix. Phoenix Suns, and you know we up next. Yeah, we working for that championship ring. We the valley, it ain't nothing but